Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com. A block party in Baltimore's Brooklyn area turned deadly Saturday when at least 30 people were shot. And a popular roller coaster ride at Carowinds Amusement Park near Charlotte is closed until further notice. Plus, preparations are underway ahead of the National Park Service's annual Independence Day fireworks celebration on the National Mall.
We're going to take a look from the outside. This time we're back in Cuero once again. Sun is above the horizon, lighting up the atmosphere and exposing a few clouds here and there. Rain chances today, yes, they'll be increasing toward midweek though as well. That's certainly a plus. We'll give you the details on that coming up.
We got big news out of El Campo. One rice bird has announced his new home. He's staying in Texas. I'll have that coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
Trey Mining here.
And today it's the third day of July 2023.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And the time it's now 6:31 on your Monday morning. Gosh, Trey, it is already looking so bright out there. And it's also National Chocolate Wafer Day, something to go with your coffee.
Definitely.
Although I have a feeling most of us are having iced coffee this morning.
I would say so, yes. That coffee is a little bit too hot for me this morning, but get some iced coffee, get you some ice cream or whatever to cool you down. That's definitely going to be a plus. Also a plus is rain chances returning. It's been a while since we had some measurable rain, so that looks like that's in the forecast. All right, take one more look at Cuero. See the cloudy skies this morning. Some breaks in the cloud cover already. Should be partly cloudy throughout the day. And temperatures starting off currently in the 80s along the coast. 85 degrees still in Port O'Connor. It's holding at that number. 78 degrees in Victoria. And to the north, 79 degrees at Karnes City and areas near Beeville, the Goliath, 75, 77 degrees. And same thing along the eastern parts of the Crossroads area from Matagorda to Wharton counties in the 70s or 80 degrees. And the heat index value, that's the main weather feature of the day, will be near 100 degrees by 12 noon, topping that by about 1 o'clock or so, 102. So about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is just under the criteria needed for a heat advisory, which is in effect for the areas in Rock Point and points to the south from there, with higher heat index values anticipated in that part of the country. So we're staying just below the criteria. Even though we don't have a heat advisory for us in Victoria County, that doesn't mean you need to let your guard down, because don't do that, because it's still going to be quite hot on the outside. Drink plenty of water, find some shade, and reduce your outdoor activities if you can. A quick look here at the Port Lavaca day planner, starting off in the 80s as you see. By 12 noon, well above 90 degrees, 94 degrees by the 4 p.m. hour. Possible rain shower during this time here, 87 degrees by the 8 p.m. And we'll also look at Cuero right here. We're talking about temperatures starting off in near 80 degrees, 90 by noontime there. Isolated rain shower here and there, a little bit warmer because it's inland. 95 degrees at 4 o'clock should be about the daytime high for the day. I said rain chances on the rise, that's a yes. What days will feature the best rain chances? We'll take a look at that a little bit later on. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. There was a two-vehicle fatal crash Saturday around 6 p.m. in Port O'Connor. Sergeant Ruben San Miguel with the Texas Department of Public Safety confirmed that one of the passengers, Karen Logan Fleeman, age 62 from Bloomington, died at the scene. The driver, Terrell Lee Fleeman, a 65-year-old from Bloomington, was also ejected from his car and was flown to Shoreline Hospital in serious condition. They were in a 2019 Polaris Ranger, which is a sort of golf cart type of vehicle, while the other driver was in a 2019 Kia Sorento. The driver of the other car, 32-year-old Kyle Gordon Ganzel from Moulton, was not injured. Fleeman was stopped at a stop sign at the intersection of Adams Avenue and 16th Street and failed to yield to the right-of-way and pulled out into the intersection and was struck by Kyle's car on the passenger side. The crash is still under investigation. Another fatal crash from Saturday night, this one at 9:27 p.m. on State Highway 237, 20 miles east of Victoria. 32-year-old Jonathan Wayne Vesley from Victoria was declared deceased at the scene by Justice of the Peace Durham. Vesley was traveling southeast on FM 237, approaching a left curve, and for reasons still under investigation, went off the right side of the roadway and overcorrected to the left, causing the car to go into a right side skid, causing the car to overturn several times. The driver was ejected from the vehicle and the investigation is ongoing. A block party in Baltimore's Brooklyn area turned deadly Saturday when at least 30 people were shot. At least 2 people were killed and dozens more injured in a mass shooting at a block party in Baltimore early Sunday. Officials say the shooting happened just after 12:30 a.m. in the Brooklyn Homes neighborhood. The victims range in ages from 13 to 32 years old. Half of the injured victims are under the age of 18. 2 people killed were both adults, an 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man. Authorities say they believe more than one shooter was involved. A popular roller coaster ride at Carowinds Amusement Park near Charlotte is closed until further notice. Park visitor Jeremy Wagner captured this video Friday night showing a large crack at the top of a steel support pillar on the ride Fury 325, causing it to visibly move as a passenger-filled car sped past on the track. He reported it to guest services at Carowinds. The park has not said when the ride may reopen. An investigation into the incident is underway. Now to the race for the White House. A video shared by the Ron DeSantis campaign concerning LGBTQ rights. The video igniting debate across the political spectrum.
This morning, members of the LGBTQ community on both sides of the political aisle are criticizing a video shared by the Ron DeSantis campaign.
Make America great again.
The video was not produced by the DeSantis campaign, but was shared on social media to coincide with the end of Pride Month. It compares former President Trump's record on LGBTQ issues with DeSantis's record.
I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens.
The video goes on to highlight DeSantis' support for restrictions on LGBTQ people, particularly those who are transgender.
Just produced some of the harshest, most draconian laws that literally threaten trans existence.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who's openly gay, commented on the tone of the video.
I'm going to leave aside the strangeness of trying to prove your manhood by putting up a video that splices images of you in between oiled up shirtless bodybuilders. And I just don't understand the mentality of somebody who gets up in the morning thinking that he's going to prove his worth by competing over who can make life hardest for a hard-hit community that is already so vulnerable in America.
The Log Cabin Republicans, a group for LGBTQ conservatives, responded, saying Ron DeSantis' extreme rhetoric has just ventured into homophobic territory. A spokesperson for DeSantis' campaign responded to the criticism, saying opposing the federal recognition of Pride Month isn't homophobic. We wouldn't support a month to celebrate straight people for sexual orientation either. It's unnecessary, divisive, pandering. In a country as vast and diverse as the USA, identity politics is poison. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Neither Trump nor DeSantis personally responded to the video over the weekend. Preparations underway ahead of the National Park Service's annual Independence Day fireworks celebration on the National Mall. The display will be held tomorrow starting at 9:09 p.m. and will be launched from both sides of the Lincoln Memorial Reflection Pool. There will be security enforced entry points along the National Mall. Bags and coolers will be searched since glass and alcoholic beverages aren't allowed. NPS recommends using public transportation since parking will be extremely limited. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click that notification bell. The time is now 6:39 on your Monday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. Severe storms move through Chicago over the weekend, causing flooding in several areas.
I'm ABC's M. Wynn in Washington. The CIA director says the recent turmoil in Russia has created a rare opportunity to recruit spies. This as Ukraine advances its counteroffensive. The latest coming up.
We have a heat advisory for areas far southwest of our viewing area here, from Ventura County down to Aransas County to 7 p.m. The heat's going to be an issue everywhere you go this morning and this afternoon especially, so be wary of that. Clear up water, find some shade. Rain chance in the forecast. Yes, that's a plus. We'll give the details on that coming up in your full forecast.
Fentanyl crisis, unmasking the deadly wave. Join 25 News Now weekend anchor Adam Seibel for a 25 News Now Extra, Thursday, July 13th at 10 p.m. We focus on the alarming rise of the deadly drug fentanyl.
What you know about fentanyl is probably maybe 10% of the reality.
Fentanyl is easy to make and cheap to get, and it has flooded communities across the United States, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Don't miss this eye-opening extra that could save lives.
Good morning, 6:42 is the current time. Let's take an expanded view of what's going on around the country. Of course, low pressure to the north. You saw the story about Chicago and the rain there, extending into New England and down to the mid-Atlantic states. For us here, the upper level pattern has changed. High pressure centered well to the west and low pressure to the north, still continue to move on through. But that's releasing the hold that we've had over the atmosphere, and it caused us a lot of heat around our region the last few weeks, but it's pretty much a change now. And since the high pressure center further to the west, low pressure to the north, and of course that's opening the door for some tropical moisture to hit our way, coming up by midweek especially. A little bit today and tomorrow, but the main axis of rainfall, we're coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, you kind of see right there a little bit by the time we get to your Wednesday, so rain chances on the rise at that time. That's something that we do need. How much we expect? Well, today, a few more rain showers around, well, less than 1/10 of an inch. We're building on those numbers by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. Could have anywhere from 1/10 of an inch, almost nothing, to maybe 1/4 of an inch in some isolated areas. So the rain chances are there. That's definitely a turn toward the better. We'll give you the full forecast a little bit later on this half hour before you go. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. Here's the latest in sports from 25 News Now sports reporter Zach Brown.
Well, high school football season just under 2 months out, but that doesn't mean we don't have big news. Out of El Campo, 3-star athlete Oliver Miles has announced he will be attending Texas Tech University. Now, I could show you football highlights, but how about this? This jump was 50 feet 10 inches for the win to take home the gold back in May at the UIL State Track Meet. Great athleticism, and I had a chance to catch up with the newest Red Raider afterwards.
That dog came out of me on the last jump, I felt, because last year I had got beat. The dude had beat me on his last jump. I just feel like I wanted it. It brought it out of me, and I wanted to win.
Gotta love the mentality, and he still has his senior year coming, and he wants to get even better. And he says he wants to focus on taking care of his body for his football future and go for the triple jump record next year. Congrats to Oliver Miles on his big day. Game 3 of this pivotal Rangers-Astros series definitely did not disappoint as a pitcher's duel in this one. The Astros tied the game at 1 apiece in the 6th inning, and in the 8th, Chas McCormick with the bases loaded, just missing a grand slam off the top of the wall. It kicks away and brings everyone home. A bases clearing triple from the Chasmanian Devil. The Rangers, though, not going away. In their half of the 8th, 2-run homer makes it a 1-score game. But in the 9th inning, Jose Altuve hooks one down the line and left. It's off the foul pole. Huge insurance run. The Astros win 5-3. And later on today, the Victoria Generals go for win number 7 in a row. With your 25 Sports Now, I'm Zach Brown.
Thank you, Zach. All right, we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. U.S. CIA Director William Burns calling that short-lived armed rebellion in Russia a challenge to the Russian state that's now creating a rare opportunity to recruit Russian spies. This comes after Burns' recent secret visit to Ukraine, where he met with President Zelensky, who's now in the middle of a major counteroffensive, taking back territory from Russia.
This morning, U.S. CIA Director William Burns capitalizing on the short-lived mutiny in Russia by Wagner Group mercenary boss Yevgeny Prigozhin, stating Russian frustrations with the war in Ukraine is making it easier to recruit spies.
Disaffection with the war will continue to gnaw away at the Russian leadership. That disaffection creates a once-in-a-generation opportunity for us at CIA. At our core, a human intelligence service. We're not letting it go to waste.
Burns in England calling it striking that Prigozhin, once a close confidant of Vladimir Putin, preceded his actions with scathing words on Russia's most senior military officers.
The impact of those words and those actions will play out for some time. A vivid reminder of the corrosive effect of Putin's war on his own society.
The CIA launched an effort in May to recruit Russians who had expertise in science, technology, or diplomacy on the Telegram social media site. The campaign provided instructions on how to contact the CIA on the dark web. The Kremlin accusing the U.S. of trying to destabilize their country. And overnight, Russia launching drone attacks on the capital, Kyiv, after a 12-day break. Officials saying air defense systems destroyed all targets. This as Ukraine advances their counteroffensive. Around the devastated eastern city of Bakhmut, Ukrainian soldiers telling ABC News they believe they can liberate the area. Ukrainian officials again warning Russia might also attack the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant to try to disrupt their counteroffensive. Director Burns says Putin's regime has inflicted long-lasting damage on Russia's military and economy for years to come. As for that CIA post on social media letting Russians know how to reach them, it had 2.5 million views in just the first week. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Leading us to your viewer poll, do you support the recruitment of Russian spies? Okay, let's take a look. 66% of you say yes, and 34% of you say no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. Severe storms moved through Chicago over the weekend, causing flooding in several areas. The Chicago Riverwalk was underwater from Wabash Avenue to Lake Street. The Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Great Chicago reversed the flow of the Chicago River to ease flooding downtown. The National Weather Service warned the flooding could be life-threatening, with numerous impassable roads, overflowing creeks and streams, and flooded basements across the area. Some Chicago area highways were shut down Sunday, and several vehicles got stuck in water amid the dangerous flash floods. The time is now 6:48 on your Monday morning. Still to come, at least 6 people were killed and another critically injured following a deadly incident in South Carolina over the weekend. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy second birthday to Stella Rose. We love you so much, Nani and Grandpa.
And Thomas Cruise McProther, IV, known professionally as Tom Cruise, celebrating a birthday today. The actor and producer turning 61 years young today. Happy birthday.
He is quite the actor. Trey does a lot of his own stunts.
Exactly. He's quite a guy. To see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com. Click on more and under home, you'll see the KVU Submit Your Birthday.
All right, the time is now 6:49 on our Monday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today, or maybe you did over the weekend. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at the heat advisory. There is one in effect currently, and it'll be in effect until 7 p.m., but it's along the immediate coast, southern parts of Refugio County, Aransas County, and counties in the south from there, Nueces County, and including the Corpus Christi metro area. And we're just under the criteria expected by this afternoon for a heat advisory, so that's why the one is not going to be issued today so far. But that doesn't mean you need to let your guard down. It's still going to be rather hot today with triple-digit heat index values. And of course, you need to stay cool and hydrated, especially if you're outside any length of time. And maybe, just maybe, an isolated rain shower somewhere in the neighborhood coming up for you day to day, mainly in the daytime heat. And so we'll keep that at about 20%. And not anything too widespread. Better chances, though, coming toward the middle week time frame. More on that here in a minute. 95 degrees today, partly cloudy skies, isolated rain shower here and there. Overnight lows will be about 78 degrees or so, partly cloudy skies and humid. And then for your day tomorrow, which is Independence Day, as you know, 95 degrees, passing rain shower here and there. And better rain chances Wednesday and Thursday, and reducing somewhat by the end of the week.
At least 6 people were killed and another was critically injured following a deadly incident at a home in South Carolina over the weekend. First responders found the 6 people dead in a home in Colleton County on Sunday while responding to a house fire around 11 a.m. One person was found in critical condition and taken by helicopter to an area hospital for treatment. After receiving information from the person in critical condition, authorities arrested 33-year-old Ryan Leonard Manigo. He's being charged with attempted murder of the surviving victim. Additional charges are pending. The other 6 victims' autopsy results. Still to come on Sunrise News to Know Before You Go. The Secret Service located an unknown item on the White House complex Sunday. The Secret Service located an unknown item on the White House complex on Sunday. The discovery prompted local roads in the nation's capital to be briefly shut down near the White House. The White House grounds were also evacuated as a result. DC Fire and EMS responded to evaluate the item. The item in question was later deemed non-hazardous and road closures were lifted. An explosion at a building in Tokyo's commercial district of Shimbashi on Monday shattered windows and spewed smoke. Police were investigating the site after receiving an emergency call. NHK Television, quoting fire department officials, say 4 people were injured. No other information, including the cause, was yet available. A local VFW hosting a 4th of July appreciation for veterans and families, hosting a picnic. It'll be tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the VFW that's on 2001 Lova Drive. Bring your chairs, blankets, and watch the fireworks. Representative Jeannie Morrison will be present, and Michael Cloud, Congressman Michael Cloud, is slated to speak. And with the 4th of July weekend now here, fireworks come with that, so it's an important time to remind yourself that you need to make sure your pets are safe and cannot escape when they become frightened by the fireworks. So start locking them up today until the 4th is passed. It's a popular time for pets to run away because of the loud noises that can startle them. Make sure doors and fences are secure, and you can even get your pet's microchip today to ensure that they are safe. The City of Victoria canceled its City Council meeting, originally set for tomorrow in observance of the July 4th holiday. Non-emergency city offices will be closed, as well as the library, the compost and brush site. However, the landfill will remain open, as well as Riverside Golf Course. Victoria County Commissioners meeting today at 10 a.m. On the agenda for the special term gathering is the consideration of designating a reinvestment zone and tax abatement for a highway striping and pavement markings company relocating its operations from its North Texas base to Victoria, along with WJB Development LLC. Centerlane Technologies plans to build a 10,000 square foot metal building using 5 acres out of a 73-acre tract. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And we do have time for a final check of our forecast with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey, a little precipitation in store for us?
Yeah, just a little bit of precipitation here and there. A little better chances toward midweek. Clouds on the outside this morning giving way to sunny skies. A few rain showers during the afternoon hours. That's going to be it around here. And same thing for day tomorrow. But midweek will be increasing as the tropical moisture increases. 95 degrees today. Isolated rain shower, partly cloudy skies, 20% chances. Overnight lows will be 78 degrees, partly cloudy skies and humid. And for your day tomorrow, Independence Day, by the way, 95 degrees. Isolated rain shower should be not impacting the fireworks displays, I don't think, at this time. And then looking at better rain chance on Wednesday and Thursday with 90-degree temperatures all the way through the next week time frame. Lows in the 70s. Stay cool today, Carolina.
Thank you, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful start to your week. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join us today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.